Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit for Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
All right, family, what's going on? What's good in the hood? Welcome to this edition of the Sports Coma Virtual Tailgate Recap. Week number 3 is in the books. Unfortunately, the Saints, what can I tell you, man? This was a classical. This dude killing us, man. I mean, what can I tell you about Sean Peyton? This guy is killing us, man. I mean, he killing us. You know, losing to these teams, man, we don't even belong. We don't even supposed to be losing to the teams the way we losing to them. These dumbass sideline passes. What the hell was that Taysom Hill play? You know, with the Taysom Hill toss when you got Latavius freaking Murray back there, man. For goodness sake, man. For goodness sake. Goodness sake. Just stupidness. Just foolishness. Anyway, in this one, family, 37-30. Packers take or 3-0. The stinking ass Saints are 1-2 because we can't balance the attack. We refuse to rely heavily on the running game. By the way, the running game today, just a joke, man. What a joke this is. It's a sorry joke. You know, this is really stupid. This dude is really, really a moron. I mean, look at the running attack today. Latavius Murray averaged almost 5 yards a carry. If we'd keep hitting them people with the run, we could have controlled and dominated the game. But yet we trying to wing the ball all the way around. The defense blowing assignments left and right. They can't cover the tight end, and that's a glaring weakness. And the second time, in the second straight week, tight ends are tearing the Saints' ass up. And this time it's some second and third string ass tight ends doing it to them. Leaking out in wide open catches. And what can I tell you, man? This is a joke. This is a joke. This is a joke. We're gonna go through that today, family. We're gonna talk about it. The Saints fall to 1-2, man. 1-2 on the season. We have to pick it up. We have Detroit? I mean, what is it? Detroit next week. We got to go to Detroit, but you can't seem to get it done. Get it done at home once again. So it's 2 straight stupid ass losses. And I like to thank all the Black and Gold family members for chiming in the stream. Big ups to the family chiming in this one here. Big ups to the family. Big ups, Uncle Paulie and the rest of the family members. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. But we're gonna go over some stats. Then I'm gonna open up the chat line for people to chime in. We're gonna open up the chat line to chime in. And we're gonna go over the statistics. And momentarily, I'm gonna play Peyton. But this is absolutely insane, man. This is insane. This is absolutely insane how we doing this. I mean, and when I remember saying, I was like to myself, I know this idiot gonna try to throw at them people. He gonna try to go toe-to-toe with them with the passing attack. And that's exactly what he tried to do today. That's exactly what he tried to do today. They lose the time of possession battle by 3. They keep losing the time of possession because they can't generate a pass rush. Aaron Rodgers today sat back there, and I think he was only sacked 1 time. We got to him 1 time today. He was 21-32 for 283, had 3 passing touchdowns on this team. today, and he got it going. And the second string ass wide receiver did it to the Saints. 6 catches, 146, 1 yards. We all turned around on the secondary. So we're going to do that, family. We're going to get into it. As you see, Andrews Pete was pathetic in a loss. We finally got a glimpse of Cesar Ruiz. We're dealing with injuries. Andrews Pete was carted off. That's not good. He already playing with a busted thumb, and he was carted off. And we probably won't see him right away. And then, of course, Jared Cook hurt against the Packers. The 10-man got dented up pretty good in this one, and he is listed as questionable as well. So, I mean, I'm going to share my screen with the family members momentarily, but, man, what ridiculousness this was. Absolute ridiculousness, man. Absolute ridiculous. And they give a big shout out to all the family members chiming in the live stream. Uncle Paul said, no, Big Q mad because well, it took me a while, man, but it's just you're losing because you don't even have to lose these games, man. You're losing because you got an idiot for a coach, man. The guy refuses to run the ball despite the facts, and I got the receipts on it. I got the receipts on the running game today. Had you stuck to the running game, you'd have beat the Packers by at least 10. Same outcome as what it would have been with the Las Vegas Raiders. You were averaging over 6 yards a carry with the running attack today. Had you just stuck with it and not tried to get Drew Brees to throw 36 balls in the game, why would you need to throw the ball if your rushing attack is averaging over 6 yards a carry? And I mean complete. We had everybody in there. In particular, Latavius Murray was averaging almost 5 yards a carry. Ground and pound. But we got to throw the ball because this idiot thinks that's the way to do it. Kamara, 13 catches on the day. He had 13 catches in the game. The closest receiver to him was Emmanuel Sanders, had 4 for 56. Traquan, 4 for 42. The issue is the Saints defense is on the field too long. The defense is out there too long. And that is the same result because we can't control the line of scrimmage because we refuse to run the ball to extend the drives. That's why you keep getting these funky ass 37-30 games in the other game with the 34-24 game with the Raiders. You got to extend the time. The defense is on the field too long. And when they're on, you see how suspect the back end of the defense look. Cornerbacks, what the hell was Jenkins doing? Wasn't even playing the ball. Same thing with Marcus Williams. It's just amazing to me, man. But we're going to keep it going, though, in this one. Give a quick shout-out to the rest of the family members chiming in this. Big ups to Uncle Paulie, Kyle Davis. What up, Kyle? Brother Kev, Hold'em, Hook TV. Big ups to your family. William Dickerson, who that to you. Please hit the like button, family, upon entering the stream. Over 70 of us in here. Please hit the like button and help us out at the stream. Please hit the like button. I know you ain't like the game, but hit the like button. You ain't like the game, but you'll enjoy the podcast. I tell you what, we're going to get some answers tonight. But Hopeful Effect says Coach Peyton is the worst play call in the entire NFL. A run game is working for you, and you see, even if the family members are intelligent, man, you disregard the running game to throw. We need the running game because it eats the clock to save the defense. The defense is on the field too long. That's why they becoming suspect. That's why they're missing tackles. That's why they're getting blown up on plays. That's why they're getting hit on deep. And then there's a major issue with the Saints that they can't cover tight ends. And I mean, not really good ones like Waller was against Raiders, but really shitty ones like the Packers had. It's insane, man. It's sad. But big ups to Hopeful Effect. Thank you for joining us, family. Devin, what up, fam? Good to see you, fam. Big ups to you as well. Thank y'all for joining the live stream as well in this one. Let's see the rest of the family members I want to give a shout out to before we jump right off into this revolt control. Big ups to your family. Joshua Hoover, what up, Josh? Big ups to you. No doubt about it. He says, I hate to say this because I love my Saints, but this season over Mahomes and Lamar, we eat our secondary alive. Absolutely, man. The defense can't stay out there for prolonged periods of time and expect to get anything done. Bottom line, thank you. Appreciate your family for that, for joining us. Who else we got here? I want to drop in the chat. Kevin Conley, who that to you as well. Let me see. Brian Pearson, big ups to you, Brian. Good to see you in the chat as well. Who else we got? Jammin, who that Jammin? Big ups to you as well. Otis Jackson, what up, Otis? He said, why the hell PJ letting a receiver run behind him in quarters coverage? That's on DL, and he got to go. And that's the thing we suspect about is that, it's just ridiculous. Alex, who that T says Bucks have better record than us now. Yeah, the Bucks on top in the NFC South right now for all of his work. Who that to you, Javier? Big ups to you as well. They can't stick this one on Drew Brees, man. You get a lot of people gonna say Drew's old. This ain't on Drew Brees. Drew played well, but this is what it looks like when you try to make Drew the base, the primary weapon of the team, and you still got a dumbass coach who can't get it. What can I tell you? You losing games you don't have to lose because you refuse to stick to the run when the run is working. You averaged over 6 yards a carry. The stats don't lie. I got receipts tonight. I got receipts tonight. And you're going to stand up there in front of that goddamn podium and talk all that mess about they played a good game and all that. Miss me with that, Peyton. You full of shit. You full of it. And that's why it gets to a point where sooner or later, it's going to get the worst case scenario is going to get to the point where we start calling out and saying it's the game passing them up. Because as a coach, you're supposed to be smart enough to make adjustments when you realize your team is losing because you're trying to force the pass. And everybody knows that this team could have been ran on. They had a suspect 3-4 ass defense. They're not good at stopping the run. You were averaging 6 yards a rush against them and you go to the pass. But that's the genius. That's the genius. Who that, Laurie? Good to see you, baby. Who that? What else we got? And the rest of the family members chiming on the live stream. Big ups to you on this one, man. Appreciate y'all for joining us in the live stream. Like I said, once before, full family, please smash upon the like button here. Please smash upon the like button as soon as you can if you haven't already. Now, in this one, family, we're going to get into it. We're going to break down a few topics and discussions in the show. What can I tell you, man? This one stinks. It stinks to high heaven, man. It really does, man. It was another pathetic stinking rotten out by the Saints because of the misappropriation of the offense. So like I said, I like to thank all the beautiful Black and Gold family members for chiming in this one. Thank y'all. And we're going to get underway, family. So the first on the train here, I'm going to run some Sean Payton right here. We're going to listen to Peyton. Then I'm going to go over the stats, and then I'm going to open up the phone line. Not the phone lines. Remember, this is the show, the virtual tailgate post game. It's when I put a link in the chat. So just be mindful. We're going to move through this thing. I'm probably going to be with y'all for about an hour or so. And then remember, when I come back tomorrow, we're going to come back tomorrow with a reaction show, which I'm going to hit you with some news and some stuff. And then, bam, we're going to get right into it with the calls. And we're going to have a live reaction show. So we're going to have another reaction show because, it's kind of late. So I'm going to be with you just for summation of an hour. Hey, Scott, who that to you, buddy? Good to see you in the chat. Thank you for asking. Said, I'm all right. Scott, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for asking. Benjamin, I see you. Jamie Doyle, who that to you? Jermaine Scobie, and the rest of the family. Nola Balls, thank y'all for joining us in the live stream. Smash the like button as soon as possible. So first and foremost, let me get here and open up this audio. I'm going to share my audio with the family members so that y'all can hear Coach Peyton talk his nonsense, his special band of bullshit that he loves to talk. And we're going to listen to him right quick. So y'all just give me just a second here. And I'm going to tune up old Peyton. And we're going to hear what he had to say because he got him ready. And let me see. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear him. If you can hear him all right. Okay. Just let me know. Hold on here. Make sure.
Plays well in the second half.
Sean, go ahead. Sean, how do you get other people involved besides Alvin? Is that just the kind of the way the Packers were playing tonight, or was he just kind of that big part of the game plan?
Well, look, we ended up getting a lot of deep zone coverage, and there were a ton of plays in for instance, Emmanuel, but sometimes, look, a lot of it's predicated on the look that you're getting. You'd like to be able to go in and say, hey, he's going to have X amount of touches, whether it's Latavius, whether it's a tight end or another receiver. But that's kind of how it unfolded. So I'll look at the third down numbers. I thought got a little bit better in the second half, and yet they still weren't good enough. You know, we had some critical opportunities that we let slip by offensively, and in the end, we couldn't keep pace with the numbers that they were putting up.
You could if you'd have ran the ball, jackass.
Is not having Mike part of that? It just does that change what y'all want to do and how teams are playing you?
Look, I think this. No, I mean, we got a lot of coverage tonight, so that usually comes with Mike. They were without Devontae. Both teams were without two really good defensive tackles, two really good receivers. That's just that's the NFL.
I mean, why do you think you guys couldn't keep pace?
He said he couldn't keep pace.
About it. We didn't convert some third downs. We struggled to get off the field on some of the third downs. That's my take before looking at the tape, but we didn't do enough of the little things well.
That's bull, man. Peyton full of it, man. Couldn't keep pace with
So
the Packers.
Are you planning on rotating Ruiz in before Andres went down? It's on come in earlier for Nick.
Yeah.
That's why, you know what? Hold on, let me pause this. You know, this is malarkey. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me pause this malarkey. I'm gonna spare y'all all that nonsense because this is a bunch of bull crap. And the reporters' questions they ask is a bunch of nonsense. The reality of the situation, we got the stats and the receipts on the goddamn screen right now. Okay, let's keep it real. All right. We couldn't keep pace. Y'all heard out of Peyton's mouth, right? And this is what I do on TSC Q&A on Patreon, family. Y'all can feel free to join the link. This is what I do. Bust up people that don't know what they be talking about or just be giving bull crap information just to shut you up. He said out of his mouth, right, family? Y'all put one in the chat. If Sean Payton said that we just couldn't keep pace with the Packers, did he say that? Or put one in the chat if he said that. Put one in the chat. Put one in the chat if he said that. Peyton just said out of his mouth. I'm just because maybe I'm tripping here. Maybe I had a little bit too much libation. Maybe I'm just hearing stuff. But if y'all heard Peyton say that we could not keep pace with the Packers, put one in the chat. Okay, I see. Uncle Paulie, BR225, Fitted 225. Thank you, Slick Rick, Trey Joseph. All right, all the family. Look, all the family. Okay, thank you, family. I appreciate that. Okay, thank you. TTT Tropical Edge HQ, thank you. Appreciate you. Joshua and the rest of the family. Nola Boy, Ice Cream Man, I see you, fam. Casey, listen, let me show you some receipts on why that's some bullshit. Pardon my Portuguese, my Samoan. Let me put this, my Polynesian. Let me show you how what you mean you couldn't keep pace with the Green Bay Packers. Look at the total yards right here. This light work. The Saints had 397 total yards tonight on the Packers versus their 369. How could they not keep pace with the Packers? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Keep pace. Drew Brees, he outpassed Aaron Rodgers. He had 288 yards. It says so right here. 288 yards and 3 touchdowns. He was more accurate than Aaron, 29 of 36. 3 TDs, no interception, same thing as Rodgers. How could he not keep pace with the Packers? The Saints had 58 plays. The Packers had 59. They had one more play than you. Total yards, once again, 397 to 369 advantage Saints. How many drives did they have? 11 to 11. Even. The Saints had more yards per play than the Packers, almost 7 versus the Pack 6.3. They outpassed them. They had more passing yards than the Packers. They outrushed the Packers, 122 to 98. The average 6.1. Look at the receipts, family. 6.1 yards per rush is what the Saints had as a collective running attack. So you run the ball 2 times as an instant first down. So I ask you, how could you not keep pace with this team? You had more yardage than they did. It's just see, that's the nonsense I'm talking about. And the boobery, the bull crap, the nonsense. Let's go over the statistics, family. We're going to bounce into the individual statistics, then we're going to get into the show. All right, we got them up on the screen. As you can see, first down, 24-21 advantage Green Bay in the situation. Passing first down, Saints 14-14. We're passing first downs, rushing touchdowns, 5-6 advantage Packers. None of this stuff is that far off. First down from penalties, Packers had 4, Saints had 2. They were both the same on third down efficiency, 5 of 11. That's equal. On fourth down, the Saints were 1 for 1. The Packers were 1 of 2. Total plays, 59 versus 58, advantage Packers. Saints beat them with total yardage, almost 30 yards more than what the Packers had on the night. They had the same amount of drives. The Saints had more yards per play, almost 7 yards per play versus 6.3 by the Pack. They had more passing yards, more rushing yards, and the Packers did go 4-5 on red zones, converting 4-5, and the Saints were 2 of 4. And the key stat to look at, once again, you get killed with the penalties. Over 200 yards of penalties in 1 or 2 games, and you had an 83 performance today in terms of penalties. 8 penalties, 83 yards. You are the most penalized team in the NFL, and you wondering why you dropping like a fly in these close games? Saints had 1 turnover, which was the Taysom Hill one that really hurt. You put Taysom in there cold as a flounder, give him the ball, and what Taysom does, instead of throwing the goddamn thing, which it looked like that's what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to throw the ball because that's why the wide receiver leaked out and left the blocking the guy that came through to tackle him. Taysom Hill was supposed to throw the ball, obviously, because 2 of the wide receivers that left from the line of scrimmage on the left side of him thought that he was going to throw. He pulled the goddamn ball down and then got hit and blusted and fumbled the ball. That momentum killed what the Saints were going to do because they were marching to score. Hey, they never recovered. The Packers never gave them a chance. And do you look at the time of possession? The Pack 31-40 to the Saints 28-20. 3-minute difference. This is a big difference than the 10-plus minute time of possession that we've seen with the Las Vegas squad. But according to Peyton, we couldn't keep up with this team. That is absolute bull crap, man. If you look at the individual statistics here, the individual stats signify Drew 29 of 36 for 288, 3 touchdowns. He averaged 8 yards every time he threw the ball. He took 2 sacks. His rating was 27.8. Elvin Kamara, 6 carries, 58 yards, average. What's that? Almost 10 yards a carry with Kamara. 10 yards, and that's because of this long run that he had. But he averaged almost 10 yards a rush, but he gave him the ball 6 times. How are you seeing? How was a man running and he's averaging 10 yards a run and he only gets 6 carries on the game? Make sense of that. Latavius Murray, the bullback that you need in this type of affair. 12 carries, 58 yards, the same as Kamara, right? Except look what he averaged. 4.8, 5 yards a carry. Is that any different than what we seen Latavius Murray do in the 2 prior contests? Averaged almost 5 yards a carry, but he got 12 attempts in this game, in a game where you needed the rushing attack against a 3-4 defense that was missing its best interior player. The Saints played right into the strengths. They went sideline to sideline once again. When I kept telling you can't do that. You throwing the freaking ball down the line of scrimmage, and the Packers defense was able to blow it up the majority of the time because you can't do that with a sideline defense that's fast. Why can't I get you to understand that, Peyton? You're supposed to be the genius. You're supposed to know football. That's what all these other Saints people is telling me. Q, he know what he's doing. Really? He knows what he's doing, but he don't know that you can't throw this ball up the line of scrimmage with a defense that can go sideline to sideline. We covered this in the pre-games, man. In the previews, we talked about hitting them up the gut because we knew that Clark, their best interior defensive lineman, was either going to be hurt or he wasn't going to play. This was tailor-made for Latavius Murray, who I'm showing you the receipts. Latavius was averaging 12. He averaged 5 yards a carry. Kamara averaged almost 10 a carry. As a team, we averaged almost 6 yards. We averaged over 6 yards a carry. All we had to do was keep giving them the ball. They couldn't stop you. They couldn't stop you. They could not stop you. You were averaging 6 yards a carry. Now I would say, okay, Q, you're beating a dead horse. That's not really that important. Let's look over here to the other side and show you how important it is. The Packers, look what they were doing. As a total team, they were averaging less than 4 yards a carry. They could not stop the Saints rushing attack. We knew that. That was the key Achilles weakness of the Green Bay Packers 3-4 defense, that they're susceptible to the power rush attack. Sean Peyton didn't do it. What did he do? Went for 36 attempts, 29 of 36 with Drew, tried to throw the ball all over the place. Elvin Kamara, 13 catches, and a lot of that he was throwing down the sideline and all these dink and donkey dudes. The cold part about it is they dinking and donking. Do you know why they was dinking and donking? Because the Packers were playing off and giving the Saints everything underneath. Now, I would say to you, if that was the case, why didn't you use Latavius running the ball in an option? Let Latavius run. If they're going to play you that way, then put Latavius back there, who averaging almost 5 yards a carry, and let him get that work. They couldn't stop. And then let me tell you another thing. When you dealing with injuries with your guard, dumbass, you don't keep going to a run style scenario. I mean, a pass style scenario. You go into a run style. You dealing with injuries to Andrews Pete, and then you got Eason in there. You got a rookie on the other side. You got to run the ball, man. Let's finish up. Elvin Kamara, 13 catches, man, for 139, 2 touchdowns on 14 targets. Sanders, 4 catches, 56. He was averaging 14 yards a catch, had 1 touchdown on 5 targets. Traquan Smith, 6 targets. He caught 4 catches, 42 yards. Traquan looking good, but Traquan, listen, bro. You still not learning from Michael Thomas. You can't let cornerbacks grab you when you're in your breaks. You're not paying attention to what Mike Thomas is telling you to do. Mike Thomas does not allow the cornerbacks to keep their goddamn hands on him when he's making his moves. A part of it is getting their hands off of you. When you're going into your break and you making your cuts, get their hands off of you. Mike does not let these cornerbacks hold on to him like that. He wrestles, they slaps and pulls their arms or their hands away from him while he gets into his break. Pay attention to the footage, Traquan. You can't have guys holding on to you. When you're doing this, keep their hands off of you. I'm telling you, you'll have a smoother transition into the route. I mean, just study Mike. He does it perfectly. Jared, 2 catches, 21. Just not a factor at all. Jared Cook, the 10-man. Adam Troutman, 2 catches, 17 yards on 2 targets. Latavius, 1 catch, 7 yards. Deontay, wasn't all that. Taysom Hill, you know what he did. Of course, we look at the fumbles. Andrews Pete, had 1. He recovered 1. JT Gray recovered 1. Taysom Hill lost 1. Drew Brees had 1. They recovered it. Deontay Harris had 1. He recovered. So, they recovered 2 of the 3, and lost 1. Malcolm Jenkins was the top man. Demario Davis was behind him in tackles. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was there. Marshawn Lattimore. Notice the trend. You see the defensive backs are all in the top 5 here. That's not good, man. That's not good. Demario had 7 on it. Now he had 1 sack as well. But that was the lone one. Not enough pressure. Cam had 4 tackles in the day, but where the hell was Trey Hendrickson? He was nowhere. Where the hell was the other guys? Granderson had an issue as well. I keep telling y'all, man. Keep telling. 3 of 3 for Will Lutz. Tommy Morstead looked like junk in this game as well. He had an awful kicking performance, in this game. I ain't like how he was punting at all. On the other side, Aaron Rodgers, 21 to 32, 283, had 3 touchdowns, 1 sack, 124.9. You can't blame this shit on Drew. Aaron Jones, 16 carries. He was stopped. He averaged 4.3 on this one. But the Saints defense did a good job up front. It's the Saints secondary that's stinking it up, man. Once again, the Saints, Alan Lazard, who we was talking about, Marquez Scantling, who had 1 catch, he was limited. But Allen Lazard ate their lunch. 6 catches. This man had 146 yards, 24.3 average, 1 touchdown, 8 targets. This guy did this to the Saints. They backup ass tight ends went off on the Saints. Tanyan, 4 catches, 50 yards, average 10 yards every time he caught the ball, 1 touchdown. The Saints are suspect and stopping the tight ends again. They suspect and stop. They couldn't stop Waller last week, even though the Patriots shut him down. They couldn't stop this backup ass tight end, Jay Stoneberger or Robert Tonyan. Both of these guys had combined 8 catches for over 80 yards, and they both averaged about 22 receptions to combined, and they had in a touchdown. Couldn't stop the backup ass tight ends again. The Saints suspect to the tight ends. It was absolutely a joke, man. It was absolutely a joke. I warned y'all about Zadarius Smith. He was able to make a big turnover on the Saints. And, of course, their top guys were Ty Summers and Chris Barr and some unknown guys that we don't really know about. But it doesn't matter because the Saints had an opportunity to stop this. And what they did, let it happen. Also, other news here on the screen is Jared Cook hurt after catch against the Packers, questionable. And, of course, we talked about him. I don't know if he's hurt or not, but he looks really slower than usual. And I don't know if he's harboring an injury, but Jared Cook doesn't look impactful in the last 2 meetings with the Saints. Now in the Tampa Bay game, he looked good, but I don't know if he picked up an injury or whatever it was. But he most certainly don't look up to par, man. Jared, but he's hurt now, and the injuries are starting him out. Andrews Pete left. Granderson had an issue. We'll find out about that later on as well. So I was gonna play Peyton, but upon further review, I'm not gonna play that dude, man. Hell no. I'm not going to pay that freaking guy. For what? So he can sit up here and lie and talk about what he did? Hell no, I'm not going to play Sean Payton. The hell with Sean Payton. All right, now what I'm going to do is, family, I'm going to open up the chat here, man, and we covered the statistics. I just wanted to drop that on you because we could talk about a lot, but the statistics keep it painfully clear is that we all saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing. Thank the family members for joining us in the live stream. Please share the live stream on your social media. Also, feel free to hit the like button. We got over 100 people in here. Please hit the like button. I thank y'all for chilling with me. It's after 12 o'clock. We're going to go about another hour. I'm going to open up the phone lines for another hour. Nashville Saint, good to see you in the chat. Big ups to you. Van Ward, Lance Baptiste, good to see you in the chat, family. Big ups to you. Once again, Tack Robertson, I see you, family. Who that to you? Roy Baker, what up, Roy? Good to see you in the chat. Big ups, fam. Madge Prime, who that to you? And the rest of the family members, who else we got there? Adrian, who that to you, baby? Much love to you. Big ups to you. Keep your head up. Florida boy, who that to you as well. Big ups to you as well. And the rest of the family members. Please, Steve, what up, Steve? Good to see you in the chat. Steven, who that to you, joining us on this one as well. So, man, listen, this is not good. Jason, who that to you? Jason says, y'all should have won that. Unlike my game, we just got straight up beat. Well, that's the problem. You got straight up beat. The Saints beat themselves. And that's what it is. And we continue to beat ourselves. Davida, who that to you, Davida? And big ups to you, Lori. If I ain't say anything to you, baby, who that to you? Much love to you and Yearn. Devin, I see you, Devin. Big ups to you as well. So big ups to you. Who else am I forgetting right here? Is that K-John? K-John, number 1. Who that to you, K-John? Good to see you in the chat, baby. Who that to you? Welcome back to the chat. If we got any family members that aren't subscribers, hit the like button, please. Join the Great Saint Think Tank. Kelly Cole, who that to you, baby? Good to see you in the chat. Trail Hash, Sean Sessions, who that to your family? Thank y'all for joining us on this edition of the show. Hit the like button, family. And if you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe. So listen, usually we open up the phone lines. Like I said, right now there is no phone line on this rendition of our show, the TSC Virtual Tailgate Post-Game Report. Diehard Saints fan, who that to you? There's a link in the chat. Hit that link, and then you'll be able to pop up on the show. We'll bring you up. Remember that I'm expecting quite a few people to chime in, so kind of express yourself. Let us know what's going on, and then we'll get you in there. Then we'll get the next person behind you. So we're gonna start like that. But first up, we got Davinder, that's chiming in. A Garner is in the building. We got a Packer fan talking shit to me, but hey, they won. Don't get mad at the Packer people, man, because they say go Pack. You can't be mad. I ain't mad at the Packer people, bro. I'm mad at the stinking ass Saints people because they refuse to listen to us and run this goddamn ball. Bottom line. Sorry about that. David, who that to you? Welcome to the show, baby.
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm doing good, my friend. Thank you for chiming in, bro. What you think about the Saints loss tonight?
Man, that was hard to watch toward the end of the game. But in the beginning, it was pretty good. And if Marcus Williams and PJ Williams didn't allow those two big plays, we might have been the game different. They would have been a different result. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know what Marcus Williams pushed that guy. The ball wasn't even catchable.
Bro, I don't understand, bro. And Phobie, who that to you? Good to see you, Nashville Saint. I see you, fam. The crazy part about it, though, Davin, is this. He wasn't even looking at the ball.
Yeah, man.
You hear me? Well, he wasn't even looking back.
Yeah.
Right. You know, what the hell was that about? He didn't even look back at the ball. Like, and then did you see the stupid expression on his face?
Yeah, man. That
The
guy,
what's wrong with him, man?
he's like fake laughs all the time. That's what I feel like. Ever since the pass interference that he missed the tackle,
Right.
he's just not. He's just like fake. He's faking his whole. I'm happy. I'm not like that's not affecting me kind of thing. Like at the back of his mind, he knows. He's always thinks about that. I know that.
Man, good grief, bro. Good grief. What you thought the Saints, besides the ridiculousness that Marcus Williams represented, what you thought about the rest of the team? What you thought about Lattimore? A lot of people really blasting Lattimore and Jackrabbit Jenkins in this one. Jackrabbit had 2 pass interference penalties late. What's
man,
that about?
He's a walking penalty, man. That guy,
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with him. And I don't know how do you shut down Mike Evans and not guard Lazard.
Right.
What's
going on, man? You're right. That's a great point. I mean, you can stop Mike Evans, who caught 2 touchdowns, by the way, balling for Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
But you can't stop what's the slot guy that was toasting them? You can't stop the third string ass Lazard. You know, most people don't even know who these guys are, but you can't stop them. But they're toasting the Saints. But you know, ridiculous.
If you really look at it, they didn't really stop Mike Evans. You know, he got 2 big pass interferences.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't catch that ball, he still got their ball. He still got their team down the field, whatever way he did. You know, it's on those pass interferences.
Bro, I don't know what's going on here, man. I don't know what's going on.
And you see the Raiders game today. The Bill Belichick is the difference, man. He's
big
great.
difference. Right.
And they kept what's his name, the tight end to a 1 catch.
Neutralized.
One catch.
And when you did that, what they did, it beat the hell out of him, bro. Kept him to 1 catch. That's all you had to do.
I was like, how is this possible? How does this guy go off?
Right.
And now he only has 1 catch.
Bro, I don't know, bro. This is ridiculous to me, man.
I don't think this game wasn't that bad for Drew Brees, even though he didn't throw the ball down the field anyways. If it wasn't for Kamara, he would have 150 yards.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, man. Kamara had like 14 catches.
For like 1 touchdown that he threw to Emmanuel Sanders. That's about all he would have.
Right, and that ridiculous run that Kamara had, he threw the ball to Kamara. He made all that work.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Kamara, our team wouldn't even score 10 points.
That's sad, and that's true too. I mean,
I think we should start looking into the future and start Jameis Winston and see how he does. If he doesn't do anything, go for Trevor.
trash for trouble.
Yeah, tank for
that won't do no good, Davin. That won't do no good because he ain't gonna do nothing with him. He won't even put him on the field. He'll be fussing at Peyton and never put him on the field. He'll treat him just like Ruiz. Somebody got to get hurt for Ruiz to play.
Man, I was kind of happy when Pete wasn't on the field. You know, I don't want him to get hurt or anything, but I don't think Easton is that big of a downgrade where if Pete is not in there, we would notice it.
Yeah, he was getting handed to him.
The only thing is if our Armstead get hurt, then we might as well tank for Trevor.
Trash for Trevor. Man, I mean, Drew was it was really terrible, man, to watch it. But the Saints, like I said, the running attack, 6.1 yards on the run. 6.1. They couldn't stop the Saints. So why not keep doing that, Davin? Why not use the running attack to battle and brutalize the 3-4 defense of the Packers?
When you're throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage, that is running a play, kind of. It's not like you're going anywhere with that.
But why though?
not
I
to
mean,
run the ball?
but what was the sense of doing that? Because you look at, let's say, for instance, you turn around here. They had a play, the Taysom Hill play, by the way.
Yeah,
Remember
that
the
was
Taysom Hill
horrible.
play?
I don't know what they were
He had
doing, man.
Latavius Murray back there.
Yeah, why not just
And
run?
run the ball. What's the matter of fact? No, remember the play when Drew Brees threw the ball to Kamara
Yeah,
and the Green Bay Packers blitzed through and tackled the behind the scrimmage line. And they
yeah,
had and then Latavius Murray was in the backfield. Why would you throw the ball down the line? Just give it to the guy that's averaging 5 yards a carry.
for real, man.
What's the deal, man? Good grief. I don't know, Davin. I don't know, man.
Man,
I don't know.
all these great QBs that got old, they ended up going to a different team towards the end of their career. You know what I'm saying? Like Peyton Manning and like Brett Favre and all these other quarterbacks, and like what's the name, Tom Brady.
Right.
The Saints are treating Drew Brees as of like family type of thing. No, it's not no family type of thing. This is a business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At some point, you gotta move on. You
You got to.
gotta swallow that like pride and saying no, this is our guy. We're gonna ride it out with him. It's just some point you gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
And give somebody else a chance. And
Right.
not before this game, man. Every time Taysom Hill comes in the game, they know it's a run. They know it's a run, and there's no point of bringing him in and trying to see if he can run the ball. They know it's a run. They're gonna stop that run.
You ain't lying, bro.
Crazy, man.
You ain't lying.
If you put him in there, just let him do something. Let him run, not just run. Just throw the ball or do something other
Right.
than just trying to see if the defensive end would come to him or the running back, whoever keeps the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's all they do. Play at whatever that is called.
Bro, they had to play when Taysom took when the guy bust through and knocked the ball out of Taysom's hand.
Yeah.
The guy, Zadarius Smith, ran right past the Saints. I think it was a wide receiver there, ran right past him because they thought that Taysom was going to throw the ball. He pulled the ball down and tried to do something with it. And it was stupid because if you look at the play, when he came in the game and Drew walked off, you could see the safeties creep up to the box. The safeties creeped up to the box. So you had to throw the ball. Where were you going to go? There was nowhere for you to go. And plus, that's what I'm saying. The wide receiver that leaked out let Zadarius Smith pass him up because he anticipated it was supposed to be a pass. Taysom was responsible for that. He messed that up. And it's just he has been suspect the last couple of games, by the way. He was seldom used in the Raiders game. And this game right here, he caused us really big. But it's just, man, we got to get back on task, man. We got to.
How many games do you think if we lose, then we could just starting Jameis Winston? If we lose to 2 to 3 more games?
I don't think it happens that way, though, bro, because it's got to be Drew. It's got to be Drew's looking so awful that he's the reason why. And as long as he's having performance where you can look at him statistically.
Yeah, statistically he looks great. Like he's like, oh my God, he threw 300 yards, 2 touchdowns,
right?
3 touchdowns, whatever. Like,
right.
He did that, but most of those yards might as well just been runs. You know what I'm saying?
That you was right on.
Just run the ball, man.
You was right, but you was right on the Kamara thing. That Kamara, 14 catches to Kamara. He had one where he broke through on the pass for 40-something odd yards when that was all him on the play. That's what the chunk of that yards.
Awesome, man. He if it wasn't for him, would score maybe 1 touchdown like we did.
I don't know what to make of it now, man. I really don't. I mean, because you're trying to outscore, and I said, listen, let's not go into the Packers game and try to outscore the Packers. The offense is still struggling. The passing game still struggling. We're not there yet. Let's use, and you got a 41-year-old quarterback. You can't have Drew dropping back beyond 30-something attempts a game to throw the ball. You have 3 power style backs. Well, you have a skill back, Kamara, who you can split out as a decoy if you need be. You got Latavius Murray averaging 5 yards a carry, but you don't lean on the running attack. Even though you said that's what you want to do, that's why you bring in all these running backs in here.
They should just. I don't know why not use Montgomery as a slot receiver. I don't know what's going on there.
Montgomery's hurt. He pulled a hamstring.
Oh, he didn't even play the game, huh?
Nah, they took him out. He was knocked off then, but they activated. You don't know if you've seen Callaway out there. Callaway was out there giving some blocks and stuff out there. He looked pretty decent out there. Deontay Harris didn't look all that good. but I don't know, man. We just not there. We got to have the running attack here. We got to use the running attack.
Cam Jordan, man, I don't know what's going on. I think he might just be. I don't know. He's taking a year off or something. I don't know what's happening.
They double
No
teaming him,
sacks,
bro.
3 games.
Double teaming them, bro. That's what happens when they take your best edge rusher away from you. They double team Cam and single block the
Yeah,
other
but
guy.
if you really are that great that he thinks he
supposed to-
is,
Yeah,
you
he's
get
supposed to
through
get
that. Aaron Donald gets
Yeah.
through that. Aaron Donald was creating havoc. He was going crazy today. I don't know if you saw the game or not.
I seen the highlights on it, man.
Man, he was throwing
Yeah.
quarterback around like
I see it. And Josh, he threw
5
Josh
yards.
Allen around like Josh Allen is 6'6", 6'7", 6'5", something like that. He's a big quarterback. He was just tossing him around like a rag doll, bro. I was like,
man,
Aaron Donald is
he's
a
a
beast,
one-man
man.
wrecking crew, man.
Right,
That's
bro.
a real player, man. Right
Bro,
there.
he's ridiculous, bro. And you're absolutely right. If you're a great player, you're supposed to be able to get through that double team. That's absolutely a great point.
And do you think Davenport had a setback because he's supposed to play? I think he might have messed up his elbow even more, where to he might not even play for a while now. I think they try to rush him back or something. I think it has to be that, right? That he further hurt his elbow where he.
I've said it before, bro. You don't go and run all the way down to Houston, and you were negotiating with Kamara, stiff arm Kamara, push him out the way, go run to Houston to try to sound Clowney. Don't get Clowney if they didn't see something wrong. I'm anticipating something wrong with that elbow. Where it's broken or broken going on.
I think they try to give him a try, see if he can play. I think he's not ready yet,
I wouldn't have done it either, bro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done it. They did the right thing. The wrong thing they did is they should have went out there in the free agency and got a veteran.
They should have got Ziggy Ansah. I don't know why they're not getting Ziggy Ansah. What's wrong?
Ziggy, they 49 assigned him.
Yep.
I
don't know why they think they're better. They're just too good to bring in these players that are out there on the field.
You can actually dumb coach that one, buddy.
Yeah.
I've been pushing for a long time. Ziggy Ansah, Jabal Shirts out there, Clay Matthews, Everson Griffin. I was throwing a bunch of them at them, and they just feel like, hey, we good enough. But now we are 2 games and we've lost 2 in a row, and at our own hands. I mean, the Packers wasn't doing anything that much greater where we couldn't take care of business. But like I
Packers,
said,
they have Aaron Rodgers. We have old Brees. Aaron Rodgers was just tossing that ball, dude. He just if it's not completed, it's a PI. Either way, you're getting yards, you're moving the ball. It's just the way of their playing is just way better. I think Sean Payton's offense needs to get. I think his offense is better without Brees, to be honest. I think he tries harder, tries to be more creative.
Oh man, I mean, I want to believe it, but I just don't see it. And they're going to blame the offense dysfunction on the fact that Mike Thomas is not there, which is an absolute bullcrap statement. Because how was the Packers able to win without their top man out there? That dude is like number 2 in the league in catches and in production, and he was without him, and they still beat the Saints by what was it, 7 a day? So I mean, how do
they were just doing play action, and then the guy was wide open underneath every single time. They just couldn't figure out if it was a run or a play action, and the ball was going. And what I don't understand is in the red zone, and when they know it's gonna be a run play, and they all start going trying to stop the run play, and look, it's a play action, and the dude gets wide open every time against the Saints. And I called it. I was like, it's coming to the right into the slot, and a second later, it's a touchdown in the slot in the flat area.
Right.
It's just like, if I know that's gonna happen, and why are these players on the field? They're just so dumb to just chase down the running back.
I mean, they fooled me once, right? I mean, but the thing is, they kept doing the same thing over and over again. We couldn't come up with an adjustment for that. I mean, seriously, we couldn't come. I mean, Dennis Allen really, man, is looking very suspect here, man. You're looking real suspect, bro.
I think they should fire Dennis Allen and defensive the Aaron Glenn. They should fire that guy too, man. I think we had enough of this, and we need to we should have drafted Patrick Quinn, dude. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I think we needed like new young blood into our linebackers. I don't think Chase Hansen or whatever these other guys or these two other guys that we kept.
Yeah, the great say what it is, Davin. The great value. That's what you need to call great
Yeah.
value. That's what you call them. Great value
Yeah.
canned goods.
Yep. I don't think they're good, dude. If they were that good, they wouldn't been undrafted or whatever that was going on with them. However, they made the team, and they're not even using Bond. I don't know what's wrong with Zach Bond.
He played today. I don't know why they're not using him on the defense.
Man,
though.
just let the guy rush, man. Let the
Yep.
guy rush.
Yeah.
Rush the passer. There's no one else that's doing better or worse than that he would do. You know what I'm saying?
You're right, bro. I mean, man, I'm at a loss for words on this one, bro. And that's usually a thing for me, man. I'm looking at it, but it's basically it's like Groundhog's Day. We losing these games the same way. These teams are not as good as they're perpetrated as. We're magnifying these teams and making them look good. The Saints are basically beating themselves because we one-dimensional. We won't take advantage of our opponents' weaknesses. We know Green Bay has been historically documented over the last 3 years. Green Bay has been a suspect team in stopping the run. Last year, they couldn't stop the run. That's why they marched them out of the playoffs. They could not stop the run. And of course, their best defensive lineman didn't play. And we could have ran the ball, and we had every emphasis to do it, but Peyton refuses to do
I
it.
don't know
That's why
why
we
not
lose.
just keep running the ball when it's working.
It's
And
discipline, bro. Discipline.
when you
Not gonna
start
do.
throwing the ball, it's just once you start throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage, they're gonna stop you. If one guy gets back there, it's gonna mess up the whole play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Drew Brees threw the ball off target when he threw to Taysom Hill. You know that he had to go all the way up, grab the ball, come back down, trying to dodge two guys trying to get 3 yards, and trying to get 3 yards when he needed maybe get one or two to get the first down. You know what I'm saying? It's just Breeze he's gotta go, dude. We gotta start Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill. This is a business, and they need to treat it as like a business. You know what I'm saying? And not as if this is their just gotta do it, dude.
Yeah, you got.
Teddy Bridgewater looks pretty good with Carolina, to be honest.
Well, I mean, let me tell you, bro. I mean, man, it's hard for me.
People gonna say it wasn't because of Breeze we lost. It wasn't
Right,
because of him we lost.
and they true. It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't because of him we lost. It's just that one. It's just gotta move on, dude. We gotta go. We gotta keep going forward. They're looking at what he used to be. It's not what he is right now.
Yeah, dink and donkey do. That's pretty much what the offense looks like when not balanced and everything. They're keeping everything underneath. Saints not running the ball to control the clock and working the play action. That's what happens when you don't establish the run as a threat, and when you don't establish the run as a threat, you can't get the play action going so that you can trick and open up that playbook. And as long as they keep doing that, we're gonna struggle.
I don't know if he would have won the game even if Michael Thomas played. Either of the games, either both of those games against the Raiders or the Packers.
You might have a point on that, bro. Especially
even if Michael Thomas, we might still probably would have lost the games.
Yeah, if we're not running, bro, we're gonna probably end up. But Davin, thank you, bro. I appreciate you chiming in, bro. Thanks for chiming up the first time around, bro. Make sure you call up some more, bro.
I got you, man. Yeah,
appreciate you in the chat.
I didn't know how this link thing works, man. I was just trying to just clicked on it.
We're going high tech now, brother.
Yeah, man, this is crazy. I didn't know I was gonna be on here like this.
But thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Who that? Thank you, bro.
Who that, man?
All right, Davin. Thank you, buddy. Peace. That's Davin chiming in. Big ups to her, man. Appreciate you, family. All right, man. Let's keep it going, family. We're gonna keep it going here. We got about another 30 minutes or so. I'm sorry to shrink it, but it's gonna be 1 o'clock here in about 30 minutes. So if you won't get on here. Oh, cut it out, Kelly. It says defund the Saints defense. Oh, that is the comment of the day right there. Oh my goodness, that was funny. Oh my goodness, that was too funny, man. That was too funny. Kelly, that was the play. That was the one of the day right there, Kelly. Thank you for that. That was funny. All right, let's keep it going here. I needed a laugh. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate you, Liz. Liz says, how you gonna take shots with no time? Oh, He has some time, but man, let me tell you, man, we got to take the ball out of his hands. So I agree. You got to take the ball out of his damn hands, man. You got to take the ball out of his hands, man. And one more time, big ups, give it up to Kelly, man. That was funny as hell, man. Oh, y'all too funny, man. Y'all funny, but we need some laughs right now because it actually, the Saints are giving us plenty of comedy. Three Stooges as form of comedy, if you know what I mean. Greg CTC, good to see you in the chat, bro. Big ups. Says Brees not washed, he just on a decline. But bro, didn't we know this though, family? Didn't we know this though? We understood and know that Drew Brees, you would need to have a running attack to go along with Drew passing the ball. You know, I ain't really to say that about Drew right now because the first thing a lot of people they're gonna go to Drew and say, "Oh, Drew Brees." Well, I know most people, most of the Saints family aren't going to do it. I know the national media gonna point at Drew Brees and say, "Oh, this, that, and the third." But they can't do that this week, being that Brees outperformed Aaron Rodgers statistically. So you have to look elsewhere. The defense is on the field too much. That's why they're looking like that, and that's due to the fact that we are giving the ball to opposition too much, and we need to run the ball and dominate the clock, like I've been saying. We got another family member jumping on here. Who we got here? Phila Throwdocs. What's going on, fam?
What's up, man? This is my
What's
first
good?
time. Yeah, and you know I've been watching your podcast and everything. It's so good to see y'all and Saints
Same as you,
family.
bro.
Dude, it's been on my mind lately. Why have Emmanuel Sanders on the team if you're not gonna feed him the ball?
Man, he got some catches today, bro. Finally, he got going. He was thrown at 5 times, 4 catches, 56 yards, 1 touchdown.
Look, I was just over at just in there watching TJ's. You know TJ. I was
Yeah.
just in there watching TJ's podcast as well. And whew, she was heated. And I could tell.
I had to take about 30, 40 extra minutes before I pop up on here. You'd have seen some sports if I'd have came on right after the game. But I learned better from experience not to hop right on after a game. Wait a little bit, drink a little something cool, and calm down before you pop up here.
Yeah, look, I get it. Everybody misses Michael Thomas, but hey, it's gonna be okay. Like, they just gotta push through it. That's all I can tell. That's all I can say. They just need to learn how to play without relying on Michael Thomas so much. They have to use, their other receivers. Make use of Deontay Harris, Emmanuel Sanders, like I said earlier, like others. I feel like that locker room. This is just me though. I feel like that locker room might be a little sus, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just from comments about Drew and that flag. I don't know exactly what he said, so I'm not going to comment on that. All I know is that they need to get it together. They just got to get it together because all I've been saying all season long to my friends and family is Super Bowl or bust. Because this is Drew Brees' last season. And if you can't get it together, oh well, that's just gonna make it look even more like a laughing stock. We should have capitalized a lot more on on our defense, especially our cornerbacks. Janoris Jenkins freaking made me almost want to scream and holler every single time he caused a pass interference. He did it this game, and he did it in the Raiders game. I've noticed that. And I also noticed that the Packers slick got away with the offensive pass interference is what I saw. I'm not sure.
Oh,
That little shove
the
right
push.
there?
Yeah, the push. Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was also an offensive pass interference, but they're not allowed to review it. So that's all I got to say, man. But, hey, hopefully we can get to the playoffs, and hopefully we can make it to the Super Bowl and don't choke. Like
Right.
All right, man.
Oh man, bro, it would have been perfect, bro. If Atlanta lost, Vikings lost, Everybody lost. We just needed to win.
Yeah, Dallas Cowboys lost.
I mean, that would have been perfect. For the Tigers lost. I mean, we would have won. It'd have been perfect. But appreciate you, bro. Thank you for chiming in, bro. Much love to you. Appreciate your support, bro. Thank you. Who that? All right, this fella Throwdox chiming in. Thank the family. Appreciate him for chiming in as well. And big ups to the family member. Aaron, what up, Aaron? He says, got to run the ball, keep Rodgers on the sideline. Thank you, Aaron. Very smart man sitting there, bro. Appreciate you. Because I've been chiming that the same way, bro. Trust me, I have. What's up, miscellaneous Mel? He says, Sean, coaching is questionable. If you can I could, you know what, Mel, bro, I couldn't even, I was going to play that interview. But after I started hearing them responses and the milquetoast questions, I said, you know what? I ain't going to waste people's time with this here tonight. I'm not going to play no games, you know, because this is politician Peyton at his finest. You're not going to ask him the real tough questions like, why, if you were averaging 6.1 yards a carry with the running game, why are you throwing the ball down the line of scrimmage behind to a running back so wide receivers can block so he can steal yardage that way? What's wrong with you? Why don't you commit to the run? He's like, well, I am running the ball. And he considers these stupid ass short passes as extensions of the run. That's bull. That's propaganda. That's nonsense. The run is the run, man. We ain't talking about extending when you throw the ball down the line of scrimmage and the guy takes off. Listen, Kamara got away with one, you know, because Kamara did that. He had to fight his ass off for that. McCoy made a really upfield block running with him. That was really good. But how often do you see those type of plays go for big yardage? If we would have been doing what we were supposed to do in terms of just ground and pound, we would have beat both these teams. And another thing is surfacing about the Saints defense is the fact that I thought we solved this problem that we can't cover tight ends, whether they're good or shitty. It don't make a difference. We have an issue with the tight ends, basically. You know, so the Saints defense look really terrible, and they start making a lot of errors when they are on the field too long. And that's a shame because the offense is not helping them. And I don't understand how Peyton is feeling the case to keep marching these guys out here when offense is not there. I mean, I just don't understand, man. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. We went through this whole damn game and went through it pillar to post, and it just ended up the same way. All right, we got another family member on the line, Van Ward. What's up, Van? How you doing, baby?
Man,
can you hear me,
good,
Van?
doing good, man.
All right, there you go. Okay,
yeah,
good
I can
to
hear
hear
you. Can
bro.
you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Yeah, Doc. Yeah, man. I think we done got spoiled over with Brees, man, over the years, man. And I just really believe he's an average quarterback now, man. And I think Peyton has to adjust to who Brees is now. And I think he's still trying to call plays like Brees was like he was before. That not mean with an average quarterback or go to playoff with an average quarterback. You see that happen all the time. But I think he has to adjust to who Brees is now. Start making plays, run the ball more. We saw that it worked. You know what I'm saying? I don't even mind the check downs and stuff, because that's kind of like a running play in a sense, because you're still coming from either from the side or from the backfield. But I don't even mind that. But he's still gonna have to adjust to that style of play calling and stuff like that. All those intricate plays that he used to have for Brees, where Brees could go through all his checks, Brees ain't even doing that no more. He not even checked. They showed it like numerous times in that game where Brees had men open and just didn't take it. Just didn't take it down. He looking dead at Kamara and just doing the takedown because that's what he's confident in. He ain't even. I don't even think he's confident in throwing the ball down the field no more. He's saying all the right stuff. Oh, I feel good. I'm this. I'm that. He's saying all the right stuff, but I really think his confidence is gone in that deep, in the mid ball and the deep ball, and so it's almost like Alvin Kamara is like a crutch now. You know what I'm saying? The check downs are like a crutch to him now. It's just he's lucky that Alvin Kamara is as good as he is, because that's what kept him in the game, because he actually was doing something when he did get the ball, when he was doing the takedown. But I just think Peyton's gonna have to revamp his whole playbook to what Brees is now, and try to go from there.
Right. Well, I mean, Van, you're making great points, bro. I mean, the thing I realized, bro, it's like when the season started, and Drew was basically saying, you know what, man, I'm done. You know, he was going to retire, and Sean begged him back because he said that Taysom wasn't ready. And when they brought Drew back, I said, well, listen, he's 41 years old. He can't be the focal point of the offense anymore. You're going to have to give him the running game to help him. You know, you got to lean on the running game. And in these first couple of games, they're still trying to lean on Drew like Drew is 5 or 6 or 7 years ago. And he's not the same. You're going to have to give him the running. He's still very accurate. He's still very intelligent, but he's 41 years old. A guy like that, you got to get a man the running attack to balance the offense. That's why we're out of sync. And the crazy part about it is, it's not like we can't run the ball. I keep documenting and showing receipts that we're rushing, that we have backs that's averaging 4.75 yards tonight as a collective. The Saints averaged over 6 yards per attempt rushing the ball. You know, why wasn't that not force-fed against Green Bay? If you had done that, you would have had success against Green Bay. You'd have kept Aaron Rodgers off the field. You'd have built a harmony, because once you started running that ball, they couldn't stop it. Those safeties would have to leak down in that box, and then you could get that play action going. Right. But it's absolutely insane, man, that even if the Saints offense struggle a bit, why not, if you see a struggling in there, why not, if from time to time, sprinkle a 2-minute offense in there just to catch them off balance if you're trying to spark the offense? That happened late in the Raiders game. The Saints needed to spark us. They sparked the offense with the 2-minute offense. Boom, and then they scored a touchdown real quick and kind of discombobulated the Raiders defense. I mean, it's different things that we can do that we're not doing, that Peyton is trying to do, like the offense is going, and it's not. You can't force it into – I made the analogy about growing some time ago. It's like you got to when you put a seed in the ground, you got to be patient and let it grow into something. You can't be out there when it turns into a little seed, when a little sprouts, you out there trying to pull on the little branches to make it grow faster. You look like a fool. That has to be something that organically has to happen. You can't force the offense to explode and do what they, you know what I'm saying? Work the running game. And that's the thing that's killing the Saints. And it's clear. And you know what? This is a negative. Listen, family, this is a positive out of the negative. It's the fact that this is exposing that Sean Payton refuses to run the goddamn ball to win games. This is showing you exactly what I've been saying for years about Sean Payton, and the fact that this ain't the same. And I've been telling people that. They're saying, Q, you crazy. Dude, that's the same Payton. No. Sean Payton, when he won the Super Bowl in 2009, he ran 3 running backs to do it. He used the rushing attack. He used this new Sean Payton that we got after Tom Benson died. This dude do not like to run the ball. Even remember, I played 2 weeks ago, family. I played that interview from Sean Payton saying, when they was asking about Latavius Murray getting running, what did he tell the people? He said, well, you know, it's hard to run 2 backs. How is it hard to run 2 backs? You just had Kamara and Ingram here several years ago, and you ran them together, and they were the most dominant combination of backs in NFL history. But all of a sudden, it's too hard to run more than 1 back. I mean, it's just, man, this is what I'm saying. We won't talk about decline, and y'all are absolutely right. When people talk about Drew's not good, he is in decline, because Mother Nature, whatever you want, nature, Father Time, Mother Time, whatever you want to say it's undefeated. You can't beat it, and eventually, no matter how hard you try, sooner or later, you in that athletic world, you're going to have some decline. That's true. But what about decline in Peyton? If Drew's declining, we must say the same thing about Peyton. Isn't it getting to the point where the game is starting to pass him up? You can't be a winning coach in today's league and be a lopsided ass principalist. You must be able to use the rushing attack to balance your offense so you can have success. Are we witnessing? And I'm asking this to the great Saint Think Tank, you brother Van, because you right here right now, but also to the rest of the family members out there in the great Saint Think Tank. I want y'all to tell me, are we witnessing not only Brees' decline, which I still think he's very good, and he shouldn't be the primary weapon here. The running game should be primary. The passing game should be secondary, because a 41-year-old ass quarterback. But are we witnessing the decline of Sean Payton as a head coach? He can't win because he refuses to run the ball. What you think, Van?
I I think it may be, and that's why I was saying at some point in time you're gonna have to adjust. You gotta if he ain't willing to adjust what he's doing and ain't willing to 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 put in a place that's gonna work for the team and with the talent that you have, well then yeah, it done passed you by. It's time for you to try to try to do somewhere else then, and let us go ahead and try to move on from you because that's just I don't know if that was Bill Parcells that was talking about was saying that he never wanted to stay at one place more than 5 years.
That's exactly what it was.
Because of that, because he didn't want to be to a point at a team where it has passed me by or I've overstayed what my talent is for this team and everything. And so I mean, but that's why I say he's gonna have to adjust. He's gonna have to adjust his playbook. And if he the good coach and good genius coach like all this media be talking about, well then he should be able to adjust this. He should be able to adjust. Because I've always thought that's why he didn't mind letting Ingram go because he knew he wasn't trying to run the ball like that anyway no more. So why keep and pay that money if you're gonna do it? But then you turn around and get Murray, and then you pay all that money, and then you don't use the dude. The dude is there to be used like that. That's the part that don't make sense to me. Why pay all the same thing with Taysom Hill? Why pay all that? Well, I know why you paid all that money for him because you're trying to pacify him. But with Murray, you really actually need this dude. Like you can actually utilize this dude and actually have him to run the ball. You know, I mean, but I just think he needs to go ahead and just try to at least try to adjust. You're gonna have to adjust. There's no choice. He don't have no choice in the matter. You gotta adjust.
Yeah, and that's a part of it, bro. And you're right. And I think somebody said it in the chat. I might have missed it, but they purposely said adjust or die. I don't know who.
Yeah.
Well, Kelly said it. Well, fans can force Sean to adjust or go. And I would even say on top of what Kelly said there is adjust or die. You know what I mean? And that's what it basically comes down to. We got it has to be an adjustment. It has to. We can't no longer allow. You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's challenging everything, man. It's challenging what I'm looking for in the field because I'm like, listen, these teams are not beating the Saints because the Saints they're that much better than the Saints. They're beating the Saints because the Saints refuse to do the right thing, and that sits at the top with Sean Peyton. And the dude is hell bent on doing it his way, even if it's stack pile losses. He refuses to run the ball, and I don't know what I can say about that. I don't know what I can say because I sit up here and I say, listen, I know about the Packers defense. I studied film on them. I see that they suspect that we could take advantage of them on the run. We don't do it. Yeah. We don't do it.
And that was the thing. The Packers got ran over last week. You should have kept doing that. They should have kept it. The Packers got ran over last week.
You're right, bro.
They couldn't stop it run last week. But I mean, eventually somebody gonna have to tell them. One of them coaches gonna have to talk to Sean and say, look, hey man, we're gonna have to start, doing something to help out. Because once you do that, because when they was running, man, it helped everything. You could tell it helped everything. It helped the defense. It helped everything. Because right after they scored that last running touchdown, defense came out, had a 3-and-out, and was back and had the offense right back on there. They gave them time to rest. They gave them everything. It helps the whole team by being able to run that ball like that. But they're gonna have to do something, man. Big ups to you, Doc. I got to get back to work, though, man. But I appreciate you, Doc.
Thank you. I appreciate you chiming in, my brother. Thank you. And who that to you? Van, appreciate it, bro.
All right.
That's Van Ward chiming in, family. Much love to the family members chiming in, man. And I don't know. I'm at a loss for words here, family. I don't know what to tell you about this because if I know this, most certainly they must know this. Because if you study film, you will see the same things. You will hope that you will see the same things. I don't know what to say because you have a matchup. Who you have? Detroit next, and you can't beat the Raiders, even though New England, who's not better than the Saints. I don't think anybody out here in this chat will say New England better than the Saints. Got a better team than the Saints. They got a better coach than the Saints coach, but they don't have a better team than the Saints team as a collective. handed the Raiders an ass whooping out of this world. They didn't have a chance, but they did what they needed to do to win that game. You know, you losing to teams like the Raiders and the Packers were formidable offensively speaking, but Sean Payton erroneously came out and said that we couldn't keep up with him. That's a lie. I showed the receipts on that. That was a blatant outlier. That was politician Peyton at his finest. And I warned y'all about politician Peyton. That's the bullshit artists that come before you and try to say some stuff as opposed to say, listen, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm not running the ball. There's only one answer here. You don't keep on psychoanalyzing shit. It's one answer, and that's run the ball. But that's the bad. That's the bad thing is they won't do it. The good thing is, like old Eddie Murphy said in America, aha, aha, aha. See, you got an aha moment, and the aha moment is the fact that we recognize that in order to get it right, he has to run the ball. He has to run the ball. So either keep mounting up losses or run the ball. There is no other way to talk about this. You have to run the ball. That's what it's coming down to. Spark Effects, thank you for joining us, family. Says, when I saw us running with Murray and Kamara and doing well, I just said, shit, if we can do this all game, our D can hold them to field goals. We got this. Thank you, Spark. Common sense, man. Good common sense thinking. That's absolutely what it was. I agree wholeheartedly with you. Thanks for the comment, Sparks Effects. Thank you, bro. All right, Jamie. Right, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate you, buddy, and thank you for joining us. Nola, who that to you, says Peyton using the Super Tecmo Bowl book. I got. We've read it. Said the Saints need to send Allen to the unemployment office, and PJ Williams has the football IQ of a grapefruit. I mean, PJ doesn't have two brain cells to rub together. Hey, bro, listen. They benched DJ Swearinger for 2 straight awful outings from PJ, or what I call peanut butter and jelly Williams. Absolutely a joke. Ernest, what up, Ernest? He said that, chatting out big time, Ernest. Then he said, God give us opportunity to win, but we didn't take advantage of them. No doubt about it. Ernest says, coaching is everything, Q. That is true. That is most certainly. And coaching is the reason why we are experiencing these issues. Who that to you, Alexander? He says, Packer fan here. Love the in-depth discussion. Hope to see y'all in the NFC Championship game. Well, appreciate you, Alexander. Thank you for chiming in, man. Most respectful to you, and good win for your Packers, and congratulations on being 3-0, my friend, in the NFC. And that's how we do business here as Saints family members. We upset, but I'm not upset at the Green Bay Packers. They won the game. I'm upset at my team because they didn't do what they supposed to do to win the game. And Sean Payton gonna come up here and try to tell you some bull crap about this, that, and third. I turned that shit off, man. I wasn't gonna waste y'all time with that. Thank you, Alexander. Appreciate you for joining us. You know, big ups. Trust your eyes. Trust your eyes, says Kevin. That's coming from Colin Cowherd. Trust your eyes. Who Colin Cowherd is so batshit crazy. He referred to Drew Brees as compared him to Kirk Cousins, and also said that Drew was crusty, and also said that he was football royalty. I don't know how you fit all that together in one discussion, but he was able to do it, and I bust his ass up for it on TSC Q&A on Patreon. Look at the link in the description section. Javier, what up, Javier? Says Saints might be leading the league in penalties. We are the top penalized team. We had 89 of them, I think, this game, and some real suspect ones, including the horse collar that wasn't a horse collar. Not even close, but you got that 15-yard wait. You have several penalties from Jack Rabbit. You have penalties from from Marcus Williams looking stupid as usual, making penalties, push the man down without even looking where the ball at, and then he turn around with that dumbass face. I mean, that stupid Andrews Pete fate that Iceman always talk about. Drew goddamn Brees always talk about, who's now a lost Saint. It's crazy, man. Lee, what up? Lee says, Q, what could Belichick do with the Saints? Oh, everything. Could you imagine? But see, that's because he's balanced. He understands how important it is to run the ball. It's a relationship, man. You know, it's a perfect relationship. You have to run the ball to keep the defense off the field so they can rest. We're having issues with the defense falling and having all these penalties because they're spending too much time on the field. Why? Because the Saints offense can't stay on the field. I mean, this is what we have to do. This is the common sense. We're not building no spaceships over here. We're not building spaceship over here, man. In other words, this ain't goddamn quantum physics. It's not astrophysics. We're not building spaceships over here. This is football. It's a child's game, man. It's a child's game. And it comes down to his silly ass, big jaw, sagging jaw ass Peyton running the ball. I'm telling you, this will define him. And it will soon get to the point where people are going to start asking, it has the game past Sean Payton. I'm telling y'all, they're going to try to hang it on Drew Brees, but it's not on Drew. It is not on Drew. He going to take the blame because he's the quarterback. But sooner or later, it's going to start moving from Drew to Sean Payton. And smart people know that it is not Drew Brees. It is that Sean Payton. He's the one responsible for the Saints losing these games. We should have beat Tampa a lot more than what we did. We should have beat Las Vegas by 2 scores. We should have beat the Packers by at least 10. But he refuses to do what's necessary, even if it will benefit his team. The son bitch running and yet 6 yards per carry in a rushing attack. But he want to throw the ball. You see what I'm saying? I can't do nothing with you when you that foolish. If I can't persuade you with the statistics, then you lost. Then just go die somewhere, because I can't help you understand what's going on if you don't run the ball. You know, like I know, you need to run the ball, man. You ran the ball with Ingram and Kamara. You ran it to get a Super Bowl, and that's why you ain't winning Super Bowls right now. That's why the last 3 years you've been falling through the goddamn floor playoff-wise in this whole situation, because you can't run the ball. You can't run the ball, and you can't keep your defense off the field, and that's what it comes down to. We need drives that are 4 to 5 minutes in length to keep the defense off the field and their offense off the field. This works. It works for you. When you got the ball and you grinding and you moving and you making your way up that field and you eating up 5, 6, 7 minute drives, you stealing possessions and you're moving and working the clock, controlling the clock, dominating the line of scrimmage, and you're keeping their offense off of the field so they can't get no harmony, and you're keeping their defense on the field where they're getting tired as hell while you keeping your defense off the field. So it all works when you operate with the run to control the clock. I can't explain it no more simpler than that. And you've lost these games because your inability not to effectively run the ball, because you've been running the ball, averaging 4.5 yards per carry over the last couple of games. The issue is not running the ball, it's sticking to the run and establishing it as a threat, so you then can start passing and work the play action, and then you jumpstart your passing attack that way. That's simple football knowledge, man. That's been going on for 100 goddamn years of pro football. But you got this asshole here think he can circumvent it in 3 years and ain't doing nothing but falling through the floor. So, I mean, I don't know what I can say. I don't even know. I'm so turned around right now that I don't even know if they can beat Detroit next week. I don't even know, because you can't win games if you can't balance yourself. I don't know. Don't ask me, Q, they beat Detroit. I don't know. I don't know, because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. It's not like they stopping you from running the ball. You stopping yourself. He's stopping what's working to go to something that's not. So he basically subconsciously sabotaging himself and the entire team, thinking he's helping them. What can I do with somebody like I can't, and then you hard head and don't want nobody to tell him nothing. You're self-sabotaging. There is nobody that can stop you. Average 6 yards a damn carry tonight. 6 yards a carry. But you stop running to throw it, and throwing, you can't throw it, and you're stinking up the goddamn joint. But instead of running the ball, we're going to do a long-ass pass down here to throw it to this guy. He gets stopped behind the line here. You got Latavius Murray sitting back there averaging 5 yards a goddamn carry, and you throwing the ball down the line of scrimmage and dink-and-donking up this sumbitch. That's stupid. Run the ball, and then once the safeties drop, because they will drop, you have to establish the running attack as a threat. A threat. What is a threat? Threat, something you have to be aware of. I must stop this. I got to stop this from happening. That's what a threat means. And when they do that, then the safeties leak down to the box, and then the pass and attack open up. You can take what you want. Simple football knowledge. I don't know what they're going to do next week. I don't know. Because I sit up here every goddamn week for over 5 years here up on here and talk about the Saints, been following them and talk about for over 30 goddamn years, been covering them over 5. The last 2 years, this guy's lost his mind. What can I tell you? He lost his goddamn mind, and the reporters don't want to ask the questions. We up here asking the questions, and then you got silly ass Saints fans out here. Oh, the Coach Peyton know what he do. He gonna turn it around. How he turn it around, man? You see this goddamn idiot staring. He's sitting up on the tight end, on the ship, staring it right at the iceberg with his eyes open, big as cuff. Say, oh, Coach Peyton, you know they got that goddamn iceberg right there. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna turn. And then you got silly ass Saints fans sitting up there talking about, oh, he gonna turn it before you hit the iceberg. You don't worry about it. Why steer toward it? Turn now and do what you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. You're losing because you won't stick to the run, which is working, because your stinking ass want to throw the ball all over the place, and your offense is not effective enough to do that because you won't even respect the run enough to establish it as a threat to operate the play action. You know why? Because he's pass first, run second, and that shit ain't working right now. So you dropping games, and if you don't get it together, you're going to drop another one against Detroit. You're going to drop another one with Detroit. So I don't know what to tell you on that. Abraham said, I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it too. But how often you sit up here and say the same goddamn thing over and over and over again, this asshole roll out here. And I remember when I called it on the preview, I said, man, when I said you got to establish, and I had a vision, an epiphany rolled right over when I said it, and I had to put my head together because I seen this happening. I said, when I said it on the pregame show. I said, hold on, family. I just got a premonition of it. I just seen him running the ball and doing the same shit he did in the Las Vegas game. And he came out, did the same shit, and they lost again. I mean, man, listen, I can't tell you. I'm telling you stuff. These assholes will say, oh, he don't know what he's talking about. Listen, we in the building. And I'm telling you that this dude is a mini tyrant. He don't like nobody telling him nothing. I've documented that. I've showed receipts on that. The fact that he operates like a tyrant. He doesn't let any coaching staff challenge him. The only person that would challenge him on his game plan is Tom Benson. He passed away some time ago. And when he passed away, that asshole don't have nobody checking him in that building. He overrides decisions. He overrides decisions made by the medical personnel staff. He does that. He is a complete tyrant in that building, and nobody listened to him. But I've been saying that for a while. Now that you see a person sitting there sabotaging this, purposely, subconsciously sabotaging this team, thinking he's doing them well. Thinking he's doing it well. How do you, it's just mind-boggling. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what the hell going to happen next. I'm going to cover it and do everything, but what's going to end up happening? The same effect? Will he eventually learn to run the pressure mount as the losses mount up? Another loss, you're going to really see some shit, I'm telling you. You're going to see some stuff. You're going to see me hit Peyton, come out harder and harder on Peyton each game, because this is all on Peyton. Don't you dare put it on Drew Brees. These rotten ass officials, they call games, but I told y'all can't count on the referees. We knew that they was going to come out against you, but you can't put this on Drew Brees. This goes on Peyton because he refuses to run the ball, even though it's running, even though it's working for the team. Man, listen, man. Melanin guy says, Big Q, don't get your blood pressure running up. Go get you a drink. You got a point there, Melanin God, bro. You're right. Although that's not any libation, that's just water, good old fashion. That's alkaline water I'm drinking right there. Oh, man. Listen, family, we're going to pick this up. We're going to pick it up, family. We're going to pick it up again tomorrow. It's after 1. And y'all still going deep in the chat. Over 120 of y'all in the chat. Please hit the like button, family. Please hit the like button. I'm not often at a loss for words, but I am at a loss for words on this one. I'm serious. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words on this one here, fam. I don't, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if they beat Detroit next week. I'm serious. You're not going to beat too many teams with this style of play. You're not. You're not. And you can't gather any rhythm with this style of play. I mean, you got the rhythm, the wins come when you're balanced. We're not balanced, and he's not trying. He's trying to beat people passing first and run second, and nobody challenging them. They just letting them run the ship into the iceberg. And I hate to use a dumbass Titanic ass analogy like that, but that's all I got tonight. Oh man. Crazy World said the better team won, bro. You right. You right, Crazy World. You right. You absolutely right, bro. You right, man. The better team did win tonight. You're absolutely right, bro. You get no fuss from me on that, man. You right, bro. You're absolutely right. So, family, listen, I appreciate y'all for chiming in on this one, man. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow on our Monday show, and I will open up the phone lines. We're gonna cover some news. We'll open up the phone lines, and I'll let the family members chime in, man. We'll be all right. Thank you, Bogalusa Flirt. Bogalusa Flirt says everything gonna be all right. Sound like that old Bob Marley song right there. Don't worry about a thing, every little thing gonna be all right. Well, I simply hope so. I have my doubts, but I'm an optimist, you know, and I think we'll see, man. We'll see, but that's why we love the team, man. It's just a maddening process. Thank you, Demi. But listen, family, I appreciate y'all for chiming in us in the chat. Please feel free to hit the like button if you didn't hit the like button. Thank you for hitting the like button. What's up? Good to see you there, Kelvin. Big ups to Kelvin. Johnny Rocket, good to see you. Gigatest, who that to your family? Good to see you in the chat as well. You got a lot of them, don't you, Kelly? Oh, Kelly is a comedian, man. Kelly is a comedian. Defund the Saints defense. That's the comment of the night. That was funny. That was pretty good there, Kelly, too. Thank you. Man, listen, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for staying up late and putting up with me and us venting together about the frustration of our team. I'll be back tomorrow, family, with more news on the Saints. I will open up the phone line. We'll have about a 3-hour show tomorrow. So please feel free to join us on tomorrow's live stream. Please feel free to hit the like button if you haven't hit it. I'm talking to the folks that hadn't hit the like button. Please hit the like button. It helps out the show a lot. Big ups to you, Darrell. Good to see you in the chat, family. Please hit the like button if you hadn't already hit it. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Either enjoying the Great Saint Think Tank. As you see, we're very passionate about our family, and about our team, and we keep it real here. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a milquetoast, watered down commercial broadcast. We are real and we're open, and like I said, that's how we are. That's our style. Absolutely right, Melanin God. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you for that. But listen, family, I appreciate y'all for chiming in, man. Thank y'all, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you aren't a subscriber, and know that we be coming at you tomorrow on the next show. So check with us tomorrow. I promise I'll open it. Will be about a 4-hour show tomorrow, and we'll open up the phone lines. We'll play a few interviews to start off, and then we'll open up the phone lines and allow the family members to vent on this one, because I know a lot of people upset. And even though we didn't have a lot going on today, but I appreciate the family members here and would like to hear from you tomorrow. So much love to you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow on the reaction show. Thank you. Peace.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.